Hello, I'm Kat, Dark and Stormy Nails, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're trying something new. It's a favorites versus most used. So putting my things I am emotionally are my favorites against what I actually reach for the most. We'll compare at the end of the video, and we'll walk through how I made some of those. I'll maybe go through some of my favorites by feeling, mostly just stack ranking. So let's get into the stats and the guidelines. So first I'm starting with green. Green is definitely my favorite color to wear on my nails. I have 72 different greens in my collection, so I decided to make it fair across the board. I'd pick my top 10%, because if I tried to pick my top 10 like reds, that's like all my reds. So it makes more sense to do top 10%. So in this case, it's my top 7. And my only rule is that it's only one polish per brand. So if a single brand has multiple polishes in the top 7, gotta skip, gotta move to the next top in a different brand. This is to just prevent things I use a lot for nail art from just completely taking over the entire top. So starting with the number 7 on my actuals, and then we'll go into my real favorites. Number 7 on my actuals was from Bluebird, Bluebird Lacquer, or Boobird in this case. Boobird, it's Lift Your Spirits. This is Lift Your Spirits is a polish that I have used as a base 5 different times since I started tracking. It's a magnetic multichrome from the 2022 Boobird Advent Calendar. It's a green to purple to blue multichrome with a gold magnetic. And I am actually wearing it on this finger right here, so you can see it's very cool, super shifty. Next we have number 6. Number 6 is a polish from my most used. Number 6 is a polish from Cuticula Nail Lacquer. It's called City of Lights. This was released, I think, also in 2022. It was part of the City of Lights trio. Possible that it will get restocked. It wasn't explicitly limited edition, but it was a limited stocking. So hopefully it'll get restocked at some point soon. City of Lights is a polish that I have used 5 different times. It is a deep teal base with an orange to gold to yellow glass flakes and gold metallic flakes and a sprinkling of silver reflective glitter throughout. If you have seen Maelstrom from Mooncat, very similar. It's part of the reason I skipped that polish is because of that I have this one in my collection already. So if you're like, oh, I love that, maybe check out Mooncat. That one might be similar to what you might be pretty similar. Next, I actually have 2 from Wildflower Lacquer that were tied with the same number of wears. And I decided, well, if they're tied, I should probably mention both. Both of them are ones I've worn 5 times. From the time that I was recording this. So the first one is Tonight We Fly Again. This one is a yellowy green base with a green to red to purple orange shifting multichrome pigment and scattered hollow. And then the second one is one that's actually coming back. It is a 2.0, just coming back for Rewind, going to be on Wildflower Shop, is Geralt Can Have All of My Coins. I love it. It was actually one of my first weird funky green polishes that got me obsessed with greens. Next on the list we have number 4. Number 4 is actually from Rogue Lacquer. It's actually my only Rogue Lacquer shade, which is kind of funny. It's Adventures in Wonderland. This is, I have worn this one also 5 times. A lot of these I've worn 5 times. It is a pink to gold ultra chrome chameleon and chartreuse metallic flake bomb with micro hollow flakies and silver reflective glitter. Honestly, I don't think I've seen anything quite like it, but there are that I can think of off the top of my head, but definitely something you could combo out with the right mix of flakies, and maybe a combo that someone might make in the future. I'm getting up to the top here in the top 3. So number 3, surprising absolutely nobody who knows me and knows how much I love Bee's Knees Lacquer. This specifically is You Make Me Believe in Wonders from The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. That whole collection, I love all of them. Not surprising that the green is the green is one of my most used Bee's Knees Lacquer greens. I used it actually 6 different times. And it's a emerald jelly. It's just like a classic, just emerald jelly with an emerald reflective glitter. And now down to the top 2. Number 2 on the most used list is actually kind of something that was a bit of a surprise to me. It's Honeydew List from KB Shimmer. And I think honestly the reason this was become one of my most used is it's just like a really versatile creme. I use it a lot in nail art. It's not all that surprising. So don't that I've used it a lot. It's something I've actually used 6 different times. And looking at the times I've used it, mostly in nail art. But it's just like a ripe honeydew. It's a dusty pale green, pretty similar to like Matcha Maker from Holo Taco if you happen to have that. And number 1 is from Holo Taco. I feel like this is no surprise at all. It's Galactic Unicorn Skin. I reach for this one all the time in terms of a topper. Definitely, it makes sense to be one of my most used polishes across the board for all Holo Taco. I've actually used it 7 times since I started tracking. Now down to part 2, which is kind of my favorites, more by feeling. So these are ones that I kind of feel like are some of my favorites, even if I maybe reached for them a different number of times. And these are perfectly ranked in order. So we're gonna go from 7 to my favorite number 1, and the one I would be the most likely to probably get dupes of are probably my 1 and 2. So number 7, we're bringing it back. You'll notice a lot of these are the same. Is Galactic Unicorn Skin from Holo Taco. That's number 7. Number 6, again another dupe, is Lift Your Spirits from Bluebird. Definitely, as I said, one of my favorites. Number 5, this one wasn't on my most used, probably because it is a little bit newer than some of the others, and one that I haven't seen anything like. It's from Crisabel Designs, Don't Lose Your Appetite. This is one, it's super, super holographic. Something I definitely love to reach for, love to wear, but just because I have so many nail polishes, I hadn't reached for it as much as I thought I might have. And I've only had it for about a year. So this is an emerald green jelly base with green metallic flakes and green holographic flakes. So it's really just green on green on green on green. Really gorgeous. It does lean a little bit more kind of on the bluey green side. Fantastic formula though. Crisabel definitely a brand that's worth checking out. And then number 4, another one that I used it a lot more before I started tracking because it is an older one. It's actually one I got at the beginning of 2022. It's from Nail Hoot. Oh no, our table, it's broken. I got this one from Hella Handmade Creations. I think it at the time was a Encore polish already, but just really pretty kind of shimmer plus glitter combination. So it's an emerald green polish that is with a bunch of hollow accent glitter. So it's like a really kind of smooth green shimmer and then a bunch of kind of holographic glitters, and it's a really gorgeous polish. I really enjoy wearing. And now on to my top 3. Got a couple more dupes again. Number 3 is City of Lights from Cuticula Nail Lacquer. Definitely something I reach for all the time. Would be very, very sad if I ran out of it. But thankfully, reflective glitters like deceiving you on how low their fill line is because they get thick so quickly. Number 2, again from Bee's Knees Lacquer, You Make Me Believe in Wonders. Something I actively look for dupes of, and I will be very sad when I finish this one off. And the last one, number 1, to nobody's surprise whatsoever, So one of my favorite green is Girl Can Have All of My Coins. It's just a beautiful holographic with that yellowy gold. I promise I cannot describe. It also shifts to this crazy green. It's so beautiful. Definitely check it out. I am like constantly looking for dupes of this polish. I've seen one, which was a polish pickup that Pinnacle did. That was Lord of the Rings themed, which I almost got, but I resisted because I'm like, oh, I have a dupe. But it's definitely one of my favorites, one I recommend all the time. Also, if you're looking for something to chase down in a D-stash or even pick up in this upcoming polish pickup for July. So that's it. That's my favorites and versus my most used for my greens. Let me know if you like this style of video. Let me know in the comments what color I should do next, or if I should just go right into my number 2 most owned. Just kind of chug through until I've knocked through all of them. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you next time.